Hello everybody, welcome to a segment I like to call Hooray, look at me draw and talk about stuff. Yay. Um, well, professionalism at its finest, I guess. Well, to begin with, I guess I should talk about what I've been doing as of lately. I guess the better question is what haven't I been doing? Moving to a new house. Well, I guess start from the beginning. Moving to a new house, then my computer just decided to up and crap on me and die. So I had to get that fixed. After that, then I had memory issues, so I couldn't record videos. And then after all of that said and done, when everything got fixed, I had the biggest drop in motivation. I couldn't draw anything, didn't even feel like drawing, nothing. But cake sells everything, so hooray! And then pretty much I've been playing Persona 4 Golden since forever. For the first time since it came out. And I want to say it's actually easier than the original Persona 4. At least I think so, because halfway through the game I was like over leveled. I think like the third to final level I was like 99. Just maxed out everything. Who knows? Well, again, professionalism at its finest. So you're probably wondering, what is it I'm drawing at the moment? Well, to be honest, I'm actually drawing something I should have done a long time ago, but again, didn't have the motivation to do so. So I'm trying to figure out, I was trying to figure out what exactly, how exactly I wanted to do this pose. And I guess I should actually talk about what I'm drawing first of all. Just because I've never done this before. Well, what I'm trying to draw with the new Yu-Gi-Oh movie coming out, I wanted to do something with Little Yugi, who I actually prefer over a Tim, or Yami Yugi. So it's kind of hard to figure out what position you want to do or camera angle. And then once you get to position or camera angle, it's even harder just getting it to how you imagined it. But I think at this point, I figured out what I wanted to do. Got the little number 1 and everything. Talking for 20 minutes is tough. Maybe next time you guys can give me some topics to talk about or something, since I'm just coming off the top of my head. And I'm not really good at talking. But I hope this will help me get better. So I guess I should talk about why I decided to draw in the first place. Well, it all started with my cousin, to be honest. He would always get on my case about how I can never actually color inside the lines. And it's like 5-year-old me just coloring outside the lines everywhere. And so every day I would come home from school and just show him, like, look, I can color inside the lines. Forget you. And every day he would always find some part where I colored outside the lines. Drove me insane. I guess I just wanted his approval, even though I didn't really like him. And then what actually got me committed to drawing one day, though, was when I was in church. I want to say I was around 7 at the time? Yeah, about 7. I saw some guy just in the basement of the church just drawing a perfect Goku. He wasn't tracing, he had no reference, and he was doing it all in pen. Just perfect, line by line. And I just sat there for like minutes watching him draw. He didn't mind it. In fact, he actually encouraged me to sit and watch him and talk to him. I don't know the guy's name. I don't think I've ever seen him again. But if I do, I just want to tell him thank you for getting me into this. So I guess like everybody else, what got me into drawings like Dragon Ball Z, anime, manga. But even before then, I always liked comics when I was a little kid. So I would always make my own comics. They were never good, but they were good to me. And then in 5th grade, that's when my life changed. I was genuinely introduced to manga. Sure, I knew Dragon Ball Z when I was a kid, but I didn't know what that was. I think the first manga I actually read was... I think it's like a three-way tie between the original Yu-Gi-Oh manga, Negima. I know, perfect manga start off with for 10-year-old Negima, or Naruto. Don't know which one was the first one. Well, whatever it is, I am who I am today because of them. Also in 5th grade, I first learned how to use chopsticks. Guess you can say my 5th grade, my friends in 5th grade literally just turned me into a weeaboo. I always used to talk about going to Japan, wanting to live there, and just thinking it was better than America. Now, probably still better than America. I still want to go, but not for the same reason. I actually just want to learn more about the culture and the history. So, I don't really tell this to most people, but I'm actually a big myth person. Like, I love history of culture. Like, I love the history of cultures. I love the mythos that goes with it. It's just something I like. Wow, only 7 minutes in. Am I supposed to go for the whole 20 without some kind of topic? Anyway, I guess just to talk about what bugs me. And I guess what bugs me the most about this Yu-Gi-Oh movie is the fact that the card pack that came out in America for the movie came out like a whole year before the movie's supposed to come out. Yeah, that's right. The movie's not supposed to come out till next year. But it's kind of like Konami doesn't actually care that much about America in terms of Yu-Gi-Oh! And you're probably thinking, like, no, they care. They care someone. Like, nah. If you check the Japanese Yu-Gi-Oh! Website and compare it to America, it shows how little they care. Very little. It actually made me sad one day when I decided to check it out. They have deck lists. They have just everything. Cards that's coming out later on. In-depth reviews, interviews. They even have polls. Well, some other thing. I guess some other topic. Nah, not topic. Just ramble. Is actually, do you guys know the 4 curses of the artist? Yeah. Well, I guess not everybody knows this, but it's something that it's always there. Every artist pretty much knows this, yet they don't talk about it. And it's basically the 4 curses of the artist. First one is money problems. No matter what kind of artist you are, you're always gonna have some kind of money problems. Second one, which is probably the biggest, you're always gonna look younger than you are. Like, I'm 20 years old, and yet I go to college and people are looking at, just call me little kid, look at me and say I'm like 17, maybe 16. I just say, what? Do I look 17, 16? I actually had to ask one of my friends who's also an artist. I'm like, he's like, dude, that doesn't exist. I'm like, take a good look at me. How old do I look to you? And he's just like, dang, you're right. Another curse is your sleep schedule. I know what you're saying. All college students are people in general have messed up sleep schedules. No, if you're an artist, it's literally what is sleep. The only sleep you have is like the 5 minute break you're drinking coffee or whatever. That is your sleep. And the last one is your just inspiration. It will come to you at the weirdest slash worst possible time. I guess for me, it's in the shower. And I think one time, I want to say the weirdest inspiration. Oh yeah, it was a conversation I had with a friend where we were talking about the Great Gatsby and how our teacher tried to make us annotate it and find the symbolism about it. I was just cracking a joke like, yeah, probably. Like I don't think he actually meant for all this to happen. He probably said, look at this hot dog. This hot dog reminds me of somebody I knew. Maybe we should write a book about it. Great Gatsby came out. Oh, that didn't go on for as long as I thought it would be. What else we have? Well, there was something that always bugs me, and it's when when non-artists actually say that artists draw so well, or how they make it look so perfect, or they can't draw at all. Not the artists, but the people who can't draw say they can't draw at all. It's not a matter of you can't draw. It's just you gotta keep trying, really. Artists only got that way by keep trying. I used to think, see, I'm kind of every artist is a perfectionist, really. It takes true courage to actually say that that's enough and just stop right there. Like no matter what an artist does, they will always try to find something to add on to whatever artwork they're doing. Sometimes it may be too much, sometimes it's never enough. But like I said, it takes true courage to just stop and just say, I am done. But I guess you're not really supposed to draw to perfection, really, but just draw to being content. I used to think that every manga artist, like I want to be a manga artist. I used to think every manga artist when they drew it was just perfect for their style. Until recently, when I started doing this drawing, it's not, to be an actual artist, it's not really about perfection. Excuse me. It's actually about just making your mistakes work to your advantage. And in case you're wondering what I'm doing there, at that time I was thinking blue and yellow make green. I was wondering, does that actually work in digital art too? So I tried it out. I am making your mistakes work to your advantage. Just, even if you make a mistake, just make mistakes look good. Like, next time you actually just read a comic or whatever, or see a drawing, try to spot some kind of mistake, or something that shouldn't be right. 9 times out of 10, the hand position is just weird, the background to character position is just off, or maybe the character's neck's too thick. But, like I said, it's just making it work. And that's kind of what I did with this. Like, for me, I can see so many imperfections in this one drawing. And I'm not going to point them out, I'm just going to make them work to my advantage. So if I had, yeah, and every artist has their flaws, really. And I guess, just stop right there, really. By the way, has anybody actually read the Naruto manga? Not the new one, but just actually read the whole series? If so, did you ever notice that, was his name Kishimoto? Yeah, I think it was Kishimoto. You ever notice that near the middle of the series, not Shippuden, but just yeah, the original Naruto series, he actually started working with camera angles in the chapter, in the chapters, like the chapter introductions. I cannot talk. I can't English. I cannot speak. What is life? What is English? So, and I guess to all those who actually want to be artists, want to draw, want to learn how to do so, if you cannot draw, I do not condone this, but I will say this. If you cannot draw and you're just starting off, trace. Don't credit it as your own, just trace. You trace for practice. That way you get a feel of how it goes, feel of the body position, feel of everything. After you're more comfortable, just trace the outline, then freehand the details on the inside. Then after that, once all is said and done, try going straight freehand. That's what I did when I was younger. The whole turn the squares into softer shapes into hand thing never really worked out for me. It was just trace till you got good. And even today, I still don't think I'm good, but I'm also not content to where I am. I want to be better. I want to get better. I want to get good. Not like this. Not like this. I really need more topics. Guys, give me more topics, please. 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 Oh yeah, I was playing Dark Souls recently. I stopped that. Not Dark Souls 3. I do not have money. I am a poor artist. I can't get a PS4. But I was playing the original. Why are skeletons so hard? Like any RPG you play in, skeletons are easy pickings. Yeah, in Dark Souls, they are a beginner's trap. It's like, yeah, they're skeletons. I can take them on. Counter. They kill you. Why? But, gotta get good. Gotta get the skills to pay the bills. Or souls to pay the bills, I don't know. Yeah, Slifer. So recently, I actually just got a Slifer card. Slifer was always my favorite god card. Though when I was younger, I always had the Winged Dragon of Ra. Never liked it. Not because of its effects, even though nowadays its effects are garbage. It's just having the Winged Dragon of Ra never actually felt right to me. Having Obelisk never felt right either. Now that I have Slifer, I feel complete, really. And in case you're wondering what I'm doing here, I'm testing out pens. But I always gotta keep my trusty manga pen. Or manga brush, I think. Yeah, I think it's a pen. And for all you wondering, yes, I do have Clip Pro Studio, also known as Manga Studio 5. I just prefer Paint Tool side, really. Manga Studio 5 to me is nothing more than to make comics with. Though one day I want to get better with it, but I have to actually start doing it more. But I was the same way with Paint Tool side. Though to me it's better than Photoshop. I know, people are like, no, Photoshop is better. Guys, I'm just not good with Photoshop. I took a class on it, I'm still terrible. I can use the effects, I know how to use it, I just can't draw in Photoshop. Well, I can draw in Photoshop, I can't color and shade in Photoshop. I'm terrible at it. For art students, I have no sense of color. It's terrible. Yeah, that's right, I have no sense of color. Every color I do, I just feel. If you ask me what color works best with this, I'm like, I can't tell you. It just looks alright. As you can say, I just get lucky. Oh, would you look at that? We're almost done. Well, guess stay tuned for next part then. Hopefully, like I say, give me something to work with. No more freehand topics. I can't talk to save my life. Goodbye.